Yo, what's going on, folks? It's your boy Tillman back with another episode of Tillman's Take. So, what's your opinion about the homeless people that live in your neighborhood? And now, I've talked to a lot of different people over the years, and a lot of people are kind of split on this subject. Some people are saying they need help, we need to get them off the street, and we need to do whatever we can for them. There's others that are just tired of it, and they want them off, gone to jail, or whatever, just away from their neighborhoods. So I ask you, what do you think your opinion is? I work with the homeless for about a year and a half in a special assignment, and let me just tell you, it was eye-opening. What I want to do is I want to show you guys a video that actually Fox 11 News just did recently with Gina Silva, and it's a pretty interesting behind-the-scenes look at what's going on with the homeless. Let's watch it, and then we'll talk about it when we come back. Let's take a look.
Owners have reached out to the police, to their city council representative, and they've got nowhere. They say they feel ignored. That is why they turned to Fox 11 News to shed light on their massive problem.
You want to have a fight?
In Sherman Oaks, California.
You think I'm playing when I say you gotta die? You really gotta die. You gotta die.
The homelessness crisis
You gotta get your half-naked ass out of my restaurant right now.
has business owners closing up shops and employees fearing for their safety.
They come in, tweaking out and things of that nature. So, you never know what you're going to get here on patrol.
They've dealt with fires caused by the unhoused, aggression on a daily basis.
I found another woman's head in a blender.
I fear for my staff. I fear for my guests. I don't know from one day to another what's going to happen.
Like this man who openly defecates on Ventura Boulevard, and on this day tosses a bag of his bodily waste onto business owner Paul Scrivano's SUV.
Every single day, every single morning, I'm wiping that off my property before I have to do business.
Sir, why are you throwing feces at people?
Who?
You threw feces at this gentleman.
This guy has to understand. I'm half paralyzed. I'm blind. I have no card for 9 years.
We offer to help the man with services for the homeless, but... Sir, do you need help? The city is offering help.
I don't need his help.
Every day is like another.
All right, let me stop right there. So that is a crazy situation that's going on all across our country. Let me give you guys a little bit of insight into my feelings personally about how I feel about this issue. When I first started this special assignment helping the homeless people, obviously my heart was extremely big. Not to say that it's any less big now, but it was extremely big. And I felt like, hey, we're going to go out there. We're going to try to eradicate the homeless issue that we have and try to get all these people into housing. That was my personal thought until I first start doing it. And when I start doing it, I start realizing that a lot of the people that we dealt with didn't really want the solutions that we were going to bring forth to them, whether that was a solution to get into a housing, apartment complex, whatever it may be. They didn't want the help. It's also not just homelessness that you're dealing with. You're dealing with a lot of mental health issues. You're dealing with substance abuse. And so it's this kind of revolving door. So my question for you is what do you think we need to do to improve the situation involving the homeless? Now, I will say this. There are legitimately some people out there that are down on their luck, were dealt a bad hand or dealt a bad hand, and they can't get back on their feet. And you can usually tell the difference between those type of people and the people that just don't want any help. I've dealt with both. The people that were dealt a bad hand, usually when you tell them that you have resources and that you can help them get off the street, they are more than willing to accept those resources. And we've seen some really, really good success stories that have come about from it. But then you have others that really don't want help. And they are literally 95% of the people, or 5% of the people that are causing 95% of the problems in these cities. The defecation on private property, the urination, the substance abuse, you name it, they're causing so many different quality of life issues that are existing amongst the public. So I always tell people we shouldn't be giving the people money, even though our heart tells us we should. We shouldn't always give them money. And the reason why is because I've seen where your money goes when you give some of these homeless people money. I've seen literally when people give some of these homeless people money, they'll go and turn it around and buy booze. They turn it around and go buy drugs, or they're wasting your money on something that you probably weren't intending your money to be used for. And so although you have a heart to help and want to serve them, a lot of people aren't necessarily using it for what you want or intended to do. So what's the alternative? What you might ask, can you do if you want to still help out? What you can do is there's a lot of nonprofit organizations out there that exist that you can probably donate your money to who in turn can give it to the homeless people, but in a manner that they feel is most effective. I think that's probably one of the best things that we can do for a lot of these cities is work with some nonprofit organizations that already have programs in existence that are trying to help the homeless. But we need to do something, because what we just witnessed in this video, I mean, it's terrible. When you have this man right here that's defecating on private property, I mean, how would you feel if you're the business owner? Imagine somebody just took a crap in front of your house, right on your doorstep, and you're powerless. There's nothing you can do. How would you feel? And so some of you guys are going to say, well, take them to jail. Well, although jail does work, it's not the end all be all. Sadly, we've tried to arrest ourselves out of this problem, and we see it clearly doesn't work because we're still having issues with homelessness. So that's not the end all be all. It's a part of the solution, but it's not the ultimate solution. We need to get down to the root of the services. We need to get down to the root of the problem, identify their family members, their friends, but also partner with members of the community that can also offer different resources. But it all comes back to this. How do you help the person that doesn't want to be helped? That's what it comes down to. I will lastly say this is that I think we do need to pay attention to substance abuse, because if you really start to track and understand why these people's lives unraveled, you can really get back to, in a lot of these cases, 90% of these cases, substance abuse was at the heart of it. So if we are encouraging people, or we're not, punishing people, or people are not being held accountable for their substance abuse, this is kind of the byproduct of what we see when they're not held accountable for that. That's why I don't think that we should allow people to use substances, illegal substances, all willy-nilly. Even though we say, it's my body, I can do whatever I want. There's byproducts to the bad choices that people make as human beings. So I want to know your guys' opinions in the comment section below. So do me a favor, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. How do we get rid of the homeless problems that's plaguing a lot of our communities? And if you guys like the videos that I bring to you, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And with that, I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care and God bless.
Ryan Tillman, real talk, it's the truth.